Today's story takes us straight into the foothills to a quiet gas pipeline that had been running without issue for over 35 years. No leaks, no incidents, just reliable service. Until one June morning in 2021, when 8 pinhole leaks were discovered, all within a short 3-joint span, just 250 meters downstream of the well. The culprit? Not age, not poor design, but something far more elusive, a sudden blast of biomass debris during a well startup. Let's break this down for the field teams out there. The well in question had been producing for decades without issue. But in December 2019, something changed. It watered out. The water-to-gas ratio shot up 20-fold. Actual water volumes surged by 50 times, from just 10 barrels a month to over 500. That kind of water production. That's enough to scour the wellbore and dislodge biomass deposits that had been sitting dormant for years. And that's exactly what happened. During a routine restart, a cloud of highly corrosive biomass got swept up and carried into the pipeline, not as a sludge, but as suspended globules within the water phase. These corrosive globules didn't travel far. They settled at the first low point, 250 meters in, right where the water film thickens and velocity drops. And then the real damage began. 8 distinct pits, all through wall, all within days or weeks of each other. The corrosion rate, a staggering 7.2 millimeters per year, 50 times the rate we'd expect from normal, unmitigated fluids. Let's pause there. Because this was no slow creep. This was a chemical ambush. And it hit fast. Here's why that matters. When you look at the surrounding region, over 2,000 square miles of producing wells, there had never been a similar failure. Not once. This wasn't a pattern. It was a lightning strike. An outlier event. But an outlier that exposed a hidden risk in our mitigation strategies. The TRIAGE hazard model had classified the line as moderate risk, and that was accurate. There were stagnant water traps. The upstream well had changed behavior. But because no biomass had ever shown up in past pig runs, and no failures had ever been seen in the Rock Creek area, the model didn't flag the potential for biomass corrosion. Until now. So what do we do about it? First, we treat well startups differently, especially for wells with a sudden increase in water production. These aren't routine events. They are high-risk corrosion triggers. Field operations now implement daily pigging for a week following restarts from flagged wells, removing any debris before it has a chance to react. Second, batch inhibitors are back on the front lines. Not the light stuff. We are talking heavy filming inhibitors, the peanut butter strategy, thick, sticky, and designed to coat stagnant pipe walls before corrosion can start. And third, glycol slugging is now in the mix. It's not about corrosion inhibition, it's about pH control. Glycol reduces the acidity of trapped water films, slowing or stopping corrosion growth in any pre-existing pits. Here's the bigger picture. This wasn't just a local failure. It was a wake-up call. It reminded us that corrosion isn't always a function of time. Sometimes it's a function of events, sudden, intense, and unpredictable. But when we understand the trigger, like a watered-out well and a restart that mobilizes decades of debris, we can act fast. Proactively. Before the pipe pays the price. That's it for this episode. Stay sharp out there. Because sometimes the pipeline isn't the problem. It's the well behind it.